Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid was Sam Peckinpah's 1973 film. Anyone that's not familiar with Sam Peckinpah, he's the dude that did The Wild Bunch, which was an outstanding piece of film. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, however, it's good. I liked it. Now, this is... I think some people rate this as being like one of the definitive Billy the Kid films. This and Young Guns, part one, that is. It stars James Coburn as Pat Garrett and Chris Christopherson as Billy the Kid. It's also got Bob Dylan and Harry Dean Stanton as minor characters. Yeah, this film is it's quite interesting. It didn't really receive very good reviews when it came out, but that was also like 50 years ago. And when you see the amount of slow burners that have come out since then, and I think that it's because there wasn't very many back then. Well, all the slow burners back then weren't very well received. There are so many slow burners nowadays that are well received, and Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid is it's aged well. Let's put it that way. I first started liking westerns when I was 11 or 12. I wanted to see Young Guns, and I enjoyed Young Guns, and Young Guns is a Billy the Kid film. And I remember I really enjoyed Young Guns, but when I saw the sequel to it, which is more about the murder of Billy the Kid by Pat Garrett, I hated it. I simply didn't think it was a good film at all. But Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid from 1973 is way better. I just thought that if this movie was more lively, that it would have been something more enjoyable. Well, we would have gotten more. We've been more invested into it. We would have had more of a fun time with this, because all the action scenes in this, they're good, and James Coburn and Chris Christopherson do deliver really good jobs in this. And as I said, this movie is it's way better than Young Guns 2, but not quite as good as Young Guns 1. And Sam Peckinpah, this is probably his second best known film, and he does a good job with it. And I was just surprised that okay, y'all remember the song "Knocking on Heaven's Door," right? Well, okay, y'all know how it's by Bob Dylan. Well, it was actually made for this movie, which I didn't even know. I thought that was just a normal song by Bob Dylan, when I heard them, when I heard the song being used in it, and the first verse and the chorus, I was like, hey, I wonder if it was written for this, because the opening line of the verse, "Mom takes this badge off me, I can't use it anymore." Pat Garrett, he was the sheriff, and apparently so. And I thought that the entire soundtrack of this was good. The only thing that really drags the movie down is its pacing, and the fact that it isn't really all that energetic like I thought that should have been for a movie of its time. So I'm going to give Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid 3 stars out of 4.